Hello everyone, it's Nootan and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you one of my experiences. By telling that experience, I'm going to tell you this fact that whenever we do storytelling and we are trying to do situational English, most of the time we use past, second form and would sometimes. Okay, so always you need to remember this fact. Okay, so let's get started. One more thing I want to tell you, if you are trying to do storytelling, you need to just slow down your voice so that you could hear your voice, and that time there's a chance that you will make less mistakes. Okay, so let's just dive into that. I remember when I was approaching for first year BCom first year enrollment get done. I went my college with my friends and we were just doing the discussions, and all of a sudden some girls came to us and they were from science stream, and since we are from commerce stream, so all of a sudden we just having uh, an argument that commerce is better than science, and they were just telling science stream is better than commerce stream. So we were just getting into that argument and we were talking in our mother tongue, which is Hindi. So all of a sudden, one of the girls from science stream asked, "Can you explain this line?" She said in English. "Can you explain?" As we listen that line in English, we start having a lot of hesitation to respond her back in English, since we all wanted to have a good command over English language, and we want a fluency in English language, but we didn't have that fluency. Sorry, not the fluency. We didn't have a single line, a sentence in our mind to respond them back in English. So as we listen this line, "Can you explain?" we were like having the butterflies in our stomach, and we didn't respond her back, not in Hindi language. All of a sudden, those girls vanished from that place, and then I realized that it is so much important to have the courage to say something, to ask something, to respond something in English. This is not the way that you are so much having the willingness, you feel like so much interested to learn this English language. But what about talking in English? What about getting yourself into that conversation, asking something in English? What about responding something in English? That matters. And when you do so, when you have that command over English language, that moment you feel like, okay, this feeling hits different. Okay, so here I wanna say, when you do not have the courage to say something in English, you maybe you have some interest towards this language, maybe you have the willingness, maybe you are so much determined to do so. But the fact is that when we are in such situation, when we interact with people, and there we are bound to talk in English, bound to speak something, ask something in English, and we are not doing so. Why? Because we don't have the courage. The courage is lacking there. When we don't have the courage, definitely, and as a result, we don't have the confidence to say something, and also we start having the fear, more fear. So here I want to say that time when you have the fear, you have a chance to talk in English, and that time you feel like fear, you are so much hesitating, and you feel like, I can't do this, lot of negative thoughts occurring in your mind. That time I need to say you this fact: always feel like I have two options. When you feel like fear, always feel like I have two things to pick. and I can choose any of those. First is just forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. So here I want to say you need to pick one of those facts and you need to choose that, okay, that moment. So here I want to say you need to face the moment. Just face that moment and try to speak something. At least you make mistakes. You will not have that regression while that moment. At least you tried. You tried to speak something in English. You didn't have that regression, that kind of negative things that I couldn't do that. At least you have that one positivity in your mind that yes, at least I did it, at least I could do that. And maybe you did a lot of mistakes, and maybe you was not that much sure, that much confident. It's completely okay. You did have that confidence to respond in English, and that matters. And you continued your whole conversation in English. Maybe you made a lot of mistakes. It's okay. You face that moment. And when you face that moment, after having lived that moment, you feel like you did it. Maybe you made some mistakes. It's completely okay. At least you had that confidence, that moment, and which is important here, okay? Other than that, you will always feel like something is missing, something is lacking, and I am not that much capable, and I'm so much insignificant. So, don't you think it is better to just indulge in those moments where you have to talk in English? You need to face that moment so that at least you raise your personality and raise your voice talking in English. This is more important here. So this is all for today, and thank you so much.